ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Stiffler Manufacturing. On the road again, heading towards the shop. We'll be working on that 26 today, as well as getting some orders out. Always on the road, it seems. Always traveling somewhere, always going to do something. That's okay. Nice blue skies. Nice clear morning. Only 77 degrees out. Not bad at all. Heading off to the shop to work on some slides. Gonna get over. Driving below the speed limit for some reason. Yep, 26 is almost done. Just getting it finally milled up. Hopefully testing it maybe Monday. Maybe. We'll find out for sure. And I'm hoping this is the final test. Just run a few hundred rounds through it, and then if it is, we'll go into production and we'll have the SM26 turbo ready, the Zoom. I don't know if we're going to do a Hellet. We're going to have a Viper, I do think, but I think the first one we're making is the turbo and the Zoom. So turbo, that'll be our ported slide, front grip serrations. The Zoom will be front grip serration standard slide. Both will have the RMR cover, or the RMR optic cut, as well as the aluminum cover plate. And then after that, yeah, 43. Looking into some gun shows, possibly going to show up to one this month. See if we head off to one of those. Doubt we'll get a booth, but at the very least show up and just attend, check some things out. See how all the other booths are, see what's going on. Besides SHOT Show, we never really had the time to attend gun shows, unfortunately. We've always been busy with work and just have not been able to make it happen. So definitely curious to attend. See how it's set up, see what the layout is. SHOT Show is just so vast. I mean, I think someone said it was like, if you walk to every single booth, you could walk like 13 miles. Like, there's just that many booths. And, I mean, I kind of believe it. It's at the Venetian in Las Vegas. And so, I kind of believe that it's that long walk. And it's not just the Venetian. There's other spots, too. So, to visit every single booth. We obviously did not visit every single booth. There was way too much going on. Plus, we had to be at our own booth and walk around and try and talk to people. But definitely an interesting event. And if all goes well, we will be there again this coming January. SHOT Show in Las Vegas 2026. I'm sad we did not get to go to GunCon or GOA Goals. Just too busy working on the shop. Couldn't make it happen. I'm hoping, especially if GOA Goals is, I forget where they said it's going to be next year, but if it's closer to Arizona, maybe we'll get to go, or GunCon. I kind of wish they would do them in Arizona, just as a kind of shore up against California with their weirdness that they're trying to do with FFLs on barrels. If you're not familiar with that, look it up. They're trying to make barrels become FFL background check items. And then, of course, they are barring Glocks from future sales from FFLs come 2026. And I find that so weird because Glock is exactly what they want. They serialize the barrels, they serialize the frames, they serialize the slides. Like, Glock is what California wants, but California has just vehemently come out against Glock, which is insane. Like, I picked up a Gen 5 Glock 19 a few weeks back, and barrel, slide, and frame are all serialized. That is exactly what California is arguing for. Glock already does it. Now, of course, a lot of people advocate against it, but Glock, as a business, has chosen that's what they're going to do, and they've done it. And so that's very interesting, I think. I did stop. Hey, thanks for the like. Greatly appreciate it. I did stop by a shop yesterday. I was looking at the Ruger RXM. So our customers told us our slides do fit on the Ruger RXM, but a few have said that they are getting some cycling issues, and I can't give them a good troubleshoot because I don't own an RXM personally. I've never tested it on the RXM, but I also have other customers telling us that it works flawlessly. So it could just be the build, it could be a variety of factors. I don't know. I'm curious about the RXM because it's got a fire control unit rather than the traditional structure of a frame. So that's interesting. So I might go get one. I don't know if I want to drive. I looked at the shop and they were running them for $469, and I'm like, really? Like, I could just go get a Glock for like a little bit more. Like, if it was in the 300s, that'd be, I don't know. Feels like that'd be the way to go, but maybe because of the fire control unit. I don't know. If any of you have an RXM, let me know. Like, how much did you guys pay? What's the going rate for you? How do you like it? Because we're thinking about getting one just so we can do testing. That said, I also have to go out and get a 43 and some other stuff, so money. Just the constant influx of money. Or I guess outpouring of money. Picked up that Gen 5 19, so I mean, the whole purpose of that, besides the fact that I wouldn't mind having a Gen 5, is that, oh, okay, some tweaker fighting the construction machine, whatever. I don't know if you guys saw that on the video. But went and got the Gen 5 just because, one, I wanted one, but two, next year we might start doing Gen 5s. And not that you can't fit a Gen 3 on a Gen 5 if you know what you're doing, you know. But some people just want the Gen 5 outright. They don't want to do any work. And so they want the Gen 5 just ready to go. And I get that. So next year, you know, 2026, we might start doing Gen 5s. So you got to get one, make sure your measurements are as good as OEM. And I'd say we're within 5,000ths. So like a piece of hair in a difference between Glock OEM and Stiffler Manufacturing. And so I think we're doing pretty good on it. But sometimes, like, if someone comes up with an issue with a build, it's like, okay, well, are you stacking tolerances? Like, what's your parts kit that you're using? What's your frame? Have you done any work on it? What did it work with? What's your ammunition? Did you add an optic? If you did add an optic, did you put the screw in the wrong place? And that's the thing, the screws are not the same size. Left screw is longer, right screw is shorter. So did you put the wrong screw? And there's all kinds of little things that are going to mess with your shoot. And it always confounds me because I'll take a build and run it at the range and just chew through ammunition, no problem. Someone will take the same slide, put it on their frame with whatever kit, and then they're having issues. And of course, they're states away, so I'm like, hey man, try to be as descriptive as you can so I can help you with this troubleshoot. But ultimately, a lot of it is you kind of got to figure out your issues on your own. Like, personally, when it came to the PSA dagger, for example, I find that you have to polish the rails a little bit. And once you do, it just runs like butter. Whereas other people are like, oh, I've had issues, it takes a lot of break-in. I'm like, have you tried polishing the rails? And have you tried going in with some sandpaper and a deburring tool and seeing if there's any plastic or metal burrs anywhere? Because I've found them even on like a Glock OEM. As good as they are, people miss stuff. It happens. I mean, I had a Glock OEM recoil spring assembly fail on me. at the range, running just great, dumping through mags, and the recoil spring came apart just mid-shoot. And it's like, what the that's from the manufacturer. That's not third party like we are. That's straight from Glock. And the recoil spring failed. So stuff happens. Like, something you got to work with. And then sometimes you find out the person was running the build, you know, with an FRT, with a binary, some kind of G-Flex, or, you know, some people who wear the switches are good. You know, they're running that, and they're like, hey, why did it fail? And it's like, you are changing the cyclic rate of the platform. You are running it at a higher rate than it was designed for. You are going to wear through your parts faster. Especially if you're just dumping, you know, 40-round extended mags and the little drum mags. Hey, Omar, what's going on? You are going to burn through your parts faster than you would if you were just shooting traditionally. And especially you find some of them, they went and bought cheap parts kits. And it's like, well, that just stacks onto the issue. You know, and competitive shooters, for example, like people who do competitions, they shoot so much that they actually wear out their barrels and they wear out their parts kits and they have to get replacements. That's just because they train so much to do competitions, shooting at regular rates. And if they're wearing through just from shooting, then here you have someone who rolls in with a binary or a switch, FRT, whatever. Of course they're going to burn through their parts because now they're shooting arguably on the same rate, just in a shorter period of time. I guess I can't say same rate, more like on par with how much they're shooting in a shorter period of time. And some of them wonder how they are breaking their parts, breaking the recoil spring, their upper parts kit, you know, why their barrels burned out. And it's like, yeah, man, it's because you kept running at a rate that your platform was not initially designed for. Can it do it? Yes. Like, can our slides handle it? Absolutely. They're 17.4. But it's not just the slide or just the frame, it's the parts too. G23, what's going on? He has one of ours. Got one of our Zoom slides. Runs good, is from what I hear. Omar's got one of our slides too. Have you had a lot of range testing with it yet, Omar? Or have you not gotten it yet? I forget. Yeah, I forget if you haven't gotten it yet or if you've done range testing yet. Well, go on, guy. Get on over. You got this. There you go. Right on. Awesome. I'm glad to hear you got it. I don't think... I sent one to Flying Rich. I don't think he got it. I don't know if his mail got... I don't know. USPS is weird sometimes. Awesome. Glad to hear it, Omar. Oh, out and about. Out and about. All right, let's get up a little bit. And let's get ahead of this guy. And there we go. Waiting for the 26. Yep, still working on it. I'm hoping we will have one made this weekend, the new one, because we still have the old one, but we made some changes on it, and so I'm hoping the new one is going to be what we're expecting it to be. Oh, did he? Awesome. Who'd he shoot it with? I didn't know he was shooting one of our slides. That's pretty awesome. Waiting for the 43. Yep. Oh, he shot yours? Right on. How do you like it? Ooh. Pop in the neck. Oh, beautiful morning. 77 degrees. Clouds in the sky. Finally cooled down a little bit. I don't know how long it's going to last, but cooled down a bit. Beautiful blue. I popped into a gun shop yesterday to look at the Ruger RXM, just because I kind of want to get one and do some testing. I just don't know if I want to drop $469 on it. Got to see if I can find a cheaper one somewhere. And I'm looking at that price range, and I'm going, you know, for just a smidge more, I can have a Glock. So if it was selling for like $350 to $400, I could see it. I could definitely see it getting one. But at $469, maybe it's just that shop doesn't have a good price. I don't know. It felt smooth though. The trigger didn't feel as good. Long trigger pull on that one. But the action itself felt smooth. Or just cross over the solid line. That's cool. Yeah, and you know, that whole fire control unit thing, so that makes me wonder, like, and that's probably, like, everyone's asking, like, hey, can you make an aluminum frame? Yeah, we probably could. But we'd have to serialize it, and we don't have an FFL. Unless we were making frames that accept fire control units. So that's a whole thing. And are those frames patent protected? So that's another thing. We can't just make it simple, can we? Check out Sportsman. Yeah, I might see what they've got going on. Plus I get 5%. See if Sportsman has something cheaper. We've also got another FFL I can reach out to. Since we're not in a hurry for this one. I mean, I'd like to have it right now, but I mean, I don't need it right now. He might be able to order one and get us one a little cheaper. We'll have to see. Depends on how much it is, you know? Because I think that's what's holding the RXM up a little bit is price point. If it's $450 plus, people are probably saying, yeah, but for like $50 more, I can just go get a Glock. It's not enough of a price difference to really sell it, you know? Or maybe it is. Maybe the fire control unit in there is what's selling people. Maybe they're sitting here going, hey, I can do this with it. Not sure. Honestly, not sure. Don't walk in front of my car. I'm not going to hit the brakes. I don't believe the frame is because there are other platforms making grips. Okay. Could be. And that's going to be an interesting undertaking, I swear. Like, yeah, we could make one out of aluminum. But one, the machines we have are set up for steel. So probably would need us, and plus they're set up for slides. So we need a separate machine just for those frames. And we have to make sure we're keeping our aluminum scrap away from our steel scrap. I mean, it's doable. Certainly doable. On the road again. On the road. And it would be interesting, you know, metal Glock frames, right? Okay. Fucking asshole from Illinois. What am I looking for here? What am I looking for? No, I've got it here somewhere. Oh yeah, we'll show this one off. Why not? Boom, there we are. Baba Booey, what's going on? You guys should pick up where Rock Island left off with the 22 TCMR. I've never shot one. I'm debating getting I was looking at 1911s yesterday too, and honestly, the price point shocks the living hell out of me. That 1911s are that much. Don't be wrong, great gun, but holy crap. $700 to $1,100, easy. Icarus has an RXM grip frame? Okay. That said, though, there is 1911 in 38 Super that I want. I don't like the price point, but I really want it. It looks awesome. I'm always kind of fascinated with 38 Super because it's just a middle finger to the law in Mexico. Was, okay, we can't have 9mm. Okay, we can't have 45. What are we going to do? 38 Super. So they made 1911s that stack up 13 rounds, 38 Super. That's freaking awesome. I love that. They just engineered their way around a stupid law. A Thesis 1911? Is that going to be good for that? That's another one though too. There's so many different ones out there. I'd love a Colt 1911 just for measurement's sake, but it's been out of patent for so long. I'm sure everyone has the measurements right, or they should. So if we were to compare, like if we pick up Thesis, if I'm pronouncing that right, are the measurements going to be as good as a Colt 1911? And I would think so, but I mean, we've gotten like with our slide swap program where we help people out with slides, like Pat's seen, and damn it, who all have I given slides to, or traded slides with rather? Pat. Nope, drawing a blank. I haven't had any caffeine today. Either way, the slide swap program, we found that some of the slides we're getting from other manufacturers, not on point. Not on point where they should be. And that's where some people are getting some problems. So those slides might run great for whatever that company was choosing, but like if I get Thesis, your Rock Island is a 1-1 with the Colt, but it's old. Okay. So what, a new Rock Island? Is anyone familiar? Are they 1-on-1, 1-to-1 ratio with Colt? Because if they are, I mean, that's all I need is the measurements. Make sure we're good. I mean, we can look measurements up online, but until you have it physically in front of you, rocking there with a pair of calipers, sitting there measuring things, programming things, like it really helps to have the physical product in front of you. Oh, man. Getting some side work done, then heading off to the shop. Right on, G23. You have a good one, man. Let's see. Right on, man. Stay safe out there. Stay strapped. Let's swap this one up a little bit. Oh, yeah, here we go. Let's see if this pops up right. So here was the 26 we were working on. I didn't hear about it. I didn't know that was. Huh. We're bringing back Smith & Wesson, right? I didn't know they were bringing that back. That's interesting. You know, it's not necessarily a bad idea for the gun company, instead of constantly making new stuff, to come back with some old stuff with improvements. That's not necessarily a bad idea, because there were certain ones that people really loved and they just can't get anymore because the company doesn't make them. So maybe they can do it better than previously to make some slight improvements. Or guns that were good but people later found out they had some kind of flaw, maybe they can come out with something for that. But then again, people might remember the flaw and think it's not as good. I mean, it's possible. Like, Glock keeps making the same thing, kind of, with generational updates. And so that's why I think people kind of like it, is it's just constant generational updates. It's not a new model every time. So, like, Ruger had the SR series, then went with the American, then went with the Security, and they just keep making new stuff instead of, like, improving or doing different generations of the same model. Oh, my guy's here. All right, this is going to be it for me, guys. I got to go off and get some work done. So thank you for popping in. Thanks for the likes and subs. And as always, stay 2A every day.